Hey guys, Falcon here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Heroic Gate of the Setting Sun. Of course, this can only be done on Heroic mode, as Blizzard has decided not to allow it on regular. Sometimes the frame rate might drop, and I do apologize. And yeah, I'm going to attempt to cover this as best as possible and leave some feedback where needed. So the first boss we're going to get to is Saboteur Kip Tau Ak. Very nice name. So this guy is an explosive expert, as the name Saboteur probably should mean. You'll notice that these giant orange things laying around on the ground are called stable munitions, and they will not explode unless set off by another explosive. So periodically through the fight, he will attach 4 explosives to a target, and they will cause an explosion in the 4 cardinal directions as you see going on. Now what you want to do is try to aim it so that you're not going to hit your fellow players or hit any of the bombs. Else you get this to happen. Massive chain explosion. I believe he might have also cast another move, but we'll go over that in a minute. So you're going to want to position it so that you're not setting off all these bombs. However, if you are in a coordinated group with your friends and guild members, you might be able to do this to clear the room a little bit, and possibly should. This fight currently is a little bit underpowered. I mean, I did die, but that was more due to not knowing the mechanics. You see how fast this guy just went down. Actually, no, we just got the achievement for Bomber. Never mind. He's almost down, though. So his other move is called Saboteur. And he basically, or detonate, excuse me. He basically sets off all the bombs in the room. So this is why you may want to clear them, or else you may have nowhere to dodge to. As you can see, this bomb right here, I move, and it doesn't actually hit that one. It has to be fairly precise in order to blow them up. So it's kind of easy to dodge stuff. Now, so this fight does seem a little undertuned in the fact that he doesn't hit very hard, and I guess he's not supposed to. But it feels like it's just kind of missing something. It's like, as long as you're doing your job, you won't die. Which I know doesn't sound right, but there's really no threat of it if you know the mechanics. We went into this blind, at least I did, and it cost me my life. But moving on, he also drops crappy intellect plate. Give me tanking gear or give me nothing at all. So there's a lot of open space and trash between this, which is kind of disappointing. But it's kind of cool nonetheless. We do screw up a few times, and these guys drop smoke bombs. So tanks, you need to move them out of it so that your range can hit them. And that's a lot of pandas. A lot of pandas. So moving right along, you see the last boss chilling down there, beating on a wall. It's not going to be very apparent from this video, but he is steadily beating on that wall. And until you clear the last boss, you can't actually have him come through. So we take this out, and we keep moving on. You can just see how long this trash actually, or this thing is. It's like, I guess maybe it's not that long. It just seems longer, especially since we don't realize how we're supposed to go about this. So you keep going, and you're supposed to go upstairs. Like, we look at it and we're like, I thought it went down to the last boss, but no, it actually goes up, which is what you're supposed to do. This is another thing that's currently not tuned properly, I think, because you shouldn't be able to run through that. And furthermore, you shouldn't be able to do what we're about to do, which is fight in the middle of it. Not this pool, but the next pool. So we're about to actually do the third boss, which is Commander Rymok. And I do apologize for the squeaking in my chair if you can hear it. And also my AC, because it's really hot as balls up in here. And, yeah. So moving right along, let's go. Alright, so this boss summons a ton of ads, which includes, let's see, swarmers, which are just basic melee mobs, and then we have saboteurs, which throw bombs everywhere. not exactly nice to have bombs thrown on your wall, but nonetheless, that you have to deal with them. He also drops this giant green goo on the ground, which I didn't realize at the time buffs him, so you need to move him out of it. He gets a buff every 1 second, and also deals damage to the party members. You'll also know that he does like a frenzied strike attack, which accumulates up to 1.5 thousand damage, I believe, if you take every hit. Not very pleasant. Other than that, it's fairly a simple fight. Of course, we have the fire there, which doesn't help. It's kind of really hard to keep all the bugs picked up. And I think we lose our... I think I die. Do I die here? I die a lot. It's beta, though, so I guess that's reasonable. His little attack there is a 90-degree arc, so you're going to want to try to avoid that as best as possible. Other than that, it's pretty easy peasy. We do have a ridiculous amount of mobs up. I don't know if it's intended to have that many. These guys are called swarmers, though, so it makes sense that they swarm you. But this fight will be ending shortly. Boss goes down, finish up the ads, and everything is gravy. Unless you leave everything on your healer, and then he might get a little pissed. Just so you know, rogues, he drops a dagger for you. Alrighty, so we are going to keep looking at this for some reason. Don't know. So, moving right along, cough cough, hint hint. No, I apparently decided not to fast forward this part. Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. Good lord, these guys are kind of slow at killing these guys. French fries. What's up with those Yankees? Oh, wait. Now we fast forward. Well, maybe they just have a lot of health. So let's head upstairs like we're supposed to do. And up here, Striker Gandalf. His moveset's pretty easy. He summons ads. No, like seriously, he summons ads. It seems to be a pretty big theme with bugs. The bugs summon more bugs. It's quite buggy. I gotta get better jokes, really. Alright, so as you can see, I was just pointing out that we did this wrong. So basically, he summons two different mobs, Disruptors and Strikers. Strikers are basic melee that you're going to want to pick up while he is doing his strafe runs. Disruptors throw acid bombs. Not good. Not good at all. Bombs are bad for you. The strafe run, I'll go over in just a second. But his actual abilities are that he will charge at a random enemy and devour them. Num num num. Dealing about 150,000 damage over 5 seconds. Completely healable, heal throwable. Whatever. He also does this, but this is his strafe run. He sets the entire middle on fire. Now he will also go and change sides, so you need to pay a little bit of attention where he is, and you need to not stand in green shit. So he does his strafe runs at 30% and 60%, I believe. And that's it. He also does a impaling strike, which deals damage to equal to 50% of the total health of his target. Needless to say, this hurts. This hurts a lot. But as you can see, he's going down pretty quick, pretty easy, and I'm standing in the fire. But it's not dealing enough damage to hurt me, which is stupid. It should kill me. Personal opinion, obvious moves you should move out of should in fact kill you. So let's just go ahead and fast forward it through the rest of this and move right along, because this is kind of long-winded. That squeaking is so annoying. And you're supposed to shoot the flat cannons like so, and that will take out the flying mobs, which reduces the fire. So let's go take a look at Regan, or Regan, whatever. So you're going to see we get a little bit lost here. We didn't quite realize that we had to scale the walls. So we all come back over here thinking, well, obviously you would go down the ramp, right? Apparently not obvious to Blizzard. So I'm just kind of taking a look at his moves, going, okay, holy crap, this guy has a lot of stuff. He doesn't. At one point, somebody actually gets past it, but I don't know how. It was the boomkin that does? I don't remember. But needless to say, this isn't where you go. We will show where you're supposed to go in just a second. See, just don't. Invisible walls. Why? I hate invisible walls. So you can't go back the way you came. So it's like, what the hell? First I thought we were going to have to like pally jump down, bubbling, which would have been a pain in the ass. I don't think we have a mage or a priest. Nope, nope. I'm like, well, hell, what's this way? Can't go here. Nope. I was like, oh, hey, look. Oh, wait. Okay. So you have to hop down the hole, which I guess is made when he comes through, because I don't remember it being there when we came in. But whatever. So let's go ahead and do this fight. So he doesn't actually target anyone until you break his shell. In order to break his shell, you have to wait for him to ram the wall after you pull him. Let's go ahead and go back into normal view here. Why does it feel like I'm in slow-mo? Guess because I've been watching it going fast. So when you pull him, he will ram the wall, and you will have to hop on his back via the rockets over there to the right and the left and everywhere else. And you will have to attack his vulnerable spot. Yeah. Sounds a little dirty. So as you can see, mobs are spawning here. I guess really I should have picked them up, but I don't. I do these, I think, but I go and hop in a rocket in a little bit and just go up top. So the thing about these mobs is that whenever one of them gets close to dying, it channels an ability that increases the amount of damage that all the other ones do. So AoEing them down is not exactly the best thing to do, because if you do that, all of them will get low, and then all of them will have a damage increase. Not exactly a good thing. And I guess they get little arrows above their heads showing that they're casting whatever that is. There's also flying mobs that will attack you, large amounts of swarmers, but here's where we're in the weak spot, which makes it look like we're in his mouth. Which, okay. Normally a kick to the nuts is a weak spot, but whatever. So whenever he rams the wall again, we all get knocked out. And then rinse and repeat. He takes 99% less damage as long as he has his shell up. Now you also see that there's the flying mobs summon these wind things, which basically just do a lot of damage. And then you have the swarm bringers. They attach themselves to someone. They cause some sort of debuff. I think it's those little bees you just saw. It's nothing too major, but it's something that should be watched out for. You can just see the cluster of bees flying around. That's what he summons. And then, as you can see, I got stuck inside of one of the things. Not exactly the best thing in the world. So I do apologize if this seems a little bit rushed. I am extremely tired and have to work tonight. And that's a lot of fucking bugs. Oh, also, once you break his shell, he will target you, and you need to get the fuck away from him. Big stomping bug targets you. Run. It's pretty obvious. I'd like to thank you for watching and encourage you to have a great day.